So once again, I've probably dropped, as it were, because we've bought another banger, and I do mean an absolute shed. You obviously saw the video of the Scirocco that I bought that needed a lot of work. Well, the RS4 Replica, because it's not an RS4, needs even more work. Now, it's got genuine bumpers, front and rear. It's had the arches widened on the back. It's got the actual RS4 wings. It's got the genuine RS4 headlights, the upgraded ones. It's got all the LEDs. It's got the seats, the mirrors. It's literally had loads of RS4 parts on it. However, the paint job is absolutely shocking. You can probably see there. Someone's actually overpainted on here, and it's got filler marks. Do you know what? It's a shed. It's an absolute shed. The more you look at it in the daylight, the more you realise it's absolutely worth nothing. We paid over the odds for this, in all fairness. Now, the guy had this up for 7-8, so nearly 8 grand. We didn't pay anywhere near that, but the truth is it needs a lot of work. I mean, even if you look at the bonnet, this is not lined up here, that's not lined up, the arch isn't lined up, the wing is completely out of shape here. This needs a lot of work. We're talking with a couple of different vinyl wrapping companies at the minute. We're going to be wrapping this, we're going to be actually fixing the bumper, we're going to be putting an arch liner in because it doesn't have a bloody arch liner in it. There's wires hanging out the front of the car. Honestly, this is more than a couple of weeks sort of project. I do think we're going to be on this for possibly a couple of months, just to get it looking right. I mean, look at the bonnet. Whoever's painted that just needs shooting. Let me get you a montage of how bad this is. We're just about to tackle the interior on the RS4. I'm not sure what's worse, if I'm honest, the interior or the exterior. I think they're pretty much on par. I've actually just found a massive hole in, I don't even know how you get a hole there. There's a hole on the inside where the parcel shelf goes. Didn't even see that. Actually don't know how you even get that. Physically don't know how it's possible. But that just shows it's not been, this car has not been looked after. If there's an example of an abused, run down bag of, this is it. It really, really is. And I'm kind of up for that as a challenge, because you know what, we're going to make this look incredible, and I'm going to use this over winter, and people are going to see me in this, and you're going to see this car out, and you're actually going to think it's a seriously good, high quality car, because that is what level we're going to get it to. I'm going to show you the interior now. It's not great. I generally think we're going to have to get a flue job or something in, because it's that bad inside. Definitely some McDonald's chips left in there. I'm not feeling hungry, so I'm going to leave them. But it's a bit smelly, so I'm going to show you the inside anyway, and then we're going to spend 2 or 3 hours on this, and we're going to be steam cleaning it, getting it medically clean, and getting it to a level where actually I'm alright getting in this, because honestly at the minute I just want to get a shower every time I get in it. It's really that bad. Right, I've just found something. I'm just going to get the keys. The steering wheel doesn't work on this car because it's been adapted and someone's put an RS4 steering wheel in it, which is not powered at all, so I'm not sure if it's a spline, but I did notice it doesn't light up and there's literally no power. And what I've just found, hopefully you can see this, a random button. It actually looks like a foot stop off a really bad sort of trestle or table. I've got a feeling it might be the horn. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can see. No, it's not a horn. I actually don't know what it is. They've got a random button here, I haven't got the foggiest what it is, but it's not a horn. So with no horn, hopefully I've not disabled the car. I actually wouldn't have a clue what that is. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get back out, I'm going to clean myself, and we're going to steam clean the car. I honestly can't keep going on about how crap this RS4 conversion is. We finally got the front end lined up 90%. It still needs a bit more. This side is pretty much flush and perfect now, as you can probably see. We've got the lines on the actual light, we've got everything kind of put into shape. We've had to make some new brackets because that had no brackets at all on that light. This one were cracked and it wasn't even in the right place. Someone had glued something into the bracket to make it higher when it didn't even need to be, so we've had to take that out and put the standard bracket back in. It's just never ending, to be honest with you. It's looking better now. We're going with Nardo. I know it's boring, but we've gone with Nardo because it is an RS4 colour. It's an Audi colour, so we've kind of tried to go a bit traditional with it and not go too in your face. And it is coming up really well, to be fair with you. We started wrapping it. We've just found issue after issue after issue with it. We can't get the door handles out. This one's come out dead easy. This side, we physically cannot get the handle out at all. I've tried everything to pop these little bits here. You can see that they are slightly moving. As you can see, there is a bit of play in there. They will not come out, and that's all three of the other doors. So at the minute, we can't even start wrapping anymore because we physically can't get those bits out. We've lined the skirts, we've tidied the brake calipers up. We then hit a massive snag where the paint were crap, as you know. The paint was really shocking, and we had, I don't know where it is actually, it's in a box over there. We had some white vinyl, which were quite high-end vinyl. I'm not going to mention the brand. And we decided to do this in white because the vinyl we ordered didn't come in time. So we thought, let's just do it in white. It looks pretty clean. It'll do for what we're doing, because this is a training car for Matt to learn more about vinyl application on. It's not necessarily a demo car. It's just kind of a training car. We put the vinyl on. The first pull to get a bit more stretch ripped all the paint straight off. End game basically, so we're a bit knackered there. We then decided, let's not use that white vinyl because there's something wrong with the adhesive on it, and we use this green. And when we came to use that green, the first pull on that Chinese vinyl came off in about 1 million sections, literally pieces everywhere. So we've gone to the Nardo. The problem is, the body is horrendous where the battle lacquer peel is. So what we are going to have to do is basically remove all that now and take the wrap back off, sand the bonnet down, fix the issues on there because they're really obvious, and then reapply the vinyl onto the bonnet itself. It's not ideal, but it's what we're going to have to do to get this to looking pretty reasonable. So tomorrow, because Matt's off today, tomorrow he's then going to start on this door. We're also going to be de-chroming it because I don't know what they've done on the car, but they've scratched all the chrome, so this is absolutely knackered. There's obviously paint on this side of things here. It's just a mess, to be honest with you. So we reckon by Thursday, possibly Friday, this whole car will be finished and back on the road and looking 1 million times the car. We're then going to do a bit more on the interior. We've cleaned the wheels up, as you can see, and hopefully we'll actually get it physically driving and looking good. I'm still not very positive about it at the minute. I don't really want to drive it. There's paint on the headlight. It needs a lot of work. I think we spent 5.5 grand too much on this car, being completely honest. But let's see. Let's get back on with some more of this work. I've got to do some work on that amazing A45. That's in for a Ceramic Pro top-up, basically. We've recently just carried out the work on their out of Golf R, and this has actually had, I'm not going to mention the brand, but someone has put a ceramic coating on this car. And he said it repels really well and it washes really well, and to be fair, when we washed and prepped it, we realised it did wash really well, but every single panel was rough and contaminated, and I don't think the top coat or the ceramic has been applied right. It's possible that the ceramic's even been applied over a contaminated car, which is kind of the way I'm feeling it at the minute. But again, we've got this looking pretty good now. It's smooth, it's ready for a top coat on it, and I just need to get finished off with that today. And then, so as I say, the next blog, or the next part of this blog that you'll see, should be the RS4 Replica on the road, looking 85%.